So I just had to rewatch this portion of today's trial of Dr. Donald Conde, who is the defense witness expert. There was a lot of information from this testimony that was thrown at us today, and earlier when I watched it, I didn't necessarily feel like it helped the defense in any way, and I still sort of feel that way. Because what Dr. Donald Conde did is kind of reiterate some of the previous testimony from the nurses that took the stand, the doctors that took the stand, and the nurse practitioners that took the stand. And I want to correct my earlier statement. Yes, it was mentioned that Lindsay Clancy ran a 5K shortly after giving birth to baby Callan, but she also ran the day that she gave birth to baby Callan, probably before she actually gave birth to him that day. He did say that that type of physical activity so close to giving birth could be kind of a little out of the norm, but he didn't really press on that very much. I do want to point out that the one portion that does stand out to me that does help the defense is the fact that Lindsay's earlier doctors, physicians, nurse practitioners never took her blood work. They also didn't test her thyroids, which is something that Dr. Conde pointed out in his testimony. We learned earlier in the trial that Lindsay Clancy was dropping weight pretty quickly, and this could be totally speculative, but I do think maybe that is where the defense is going with this. Lindsay was losing a lot of weight. There was no current blood work. There was no thyroid testing done. Were certain thyroid levels triggering the anxiety she was having? This could kind of all point to some sort of medical negligence. Either way, I think a majority of this testimony didn't necessarily sway the jury either way, but I do think the portion about the blood work and the thyroid not being tested was helpful to the defense.